Hello, my name is Hannah Lefeuvre and I am an Elevate artist at Salisbury District Hospital, and my job is funded by the Stars Appeal. Normally, I would be walking around the wards visiting you and talking to you, but during this time I'm sending you extracts of sounds from my garden. And this morning it's the 15th of June and I'm going to be doing a bit of fruit picking. So we're at the beginning of the fruit season now, which is really exciting because we have many months ahead of us. And I'm going to start by picking some strawberries in the Polytunnel. And I'm hoping I'll get quite a few today because I've left it a couple of days. In order to protect the strawberries, we've put some straw around the base to stop the woodlice getting to the berries. And then we've also put some Enviromesh on top. So I'm going to head off to the Polytunnel now and see what I can find by way of strawberries. I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so I've got a lovely big abundant basket of strawberries. So I'm going to put them in some punnets and get them in the fridge as soon as I can. And there hasn't been very much damage at all to the strawberries, which is really good. I think they're going to peak in about a week or so. And it's really pleasing this year because we had some strawberries which we encouraged to go off on little runners, and they've done really well. So that's great. And last year we had some fun experimenting with how we preserve the strawberries. So we made a strawberry cake, and we also made some strawberry sorbet. And this year we're going to experiment with just cutting some of the strawberries in half and putting them in the freezer as they are and see how those taste just as a little snack. So strawberries, I think, are probably one of my favourite UK grown fruits, partly because they come early in the season. They come just at the end of the hungry gap, so it's such a treat to have the fresh strawberries. I'm going to head up now to our fruit patch and I'm going to see how the red currant's getting on. Okay, I'm up at the red currants now and there's lots of lovely ripe fruit. So I'm going to fill a few punnets now, and these will either go in the freezer or they'll go in our fruit bowls for our breakfast. Once the fruit really gets going, which will be a few weeks yet, I love to just come out first thing in the morning and pick a basket of mixed berries and have them fresh for breakfast. But we haven't quite reached that stage. So up here in the fruit patch, we've also got some black currants, which are ripening nicely. And we've got some loganberries, which are taking a while to ripen this year, actually. But hopefully we'll be able to enjoy those soon. And we've also got some pears at the bottom of our fruit patch, so we won't have those for quite some time. But in our garden, we enjoy our own fruit for many months of the year, really. So we're in June now, and our fruit will take us all the way through till the autumn, when we'll be able to enjoy some of the fruit from the fruit trees. And also we have some Visalis fruit in the Polytunnel, which is really scrummy. If you're not familiar with it, it's got like a crispy shell, and you open up the shell and it's got a sort of orange berry inside it. And we're also hoping for some nice grapes this year. Now, we did have a late frost which has affected some of the fruit trees, which is a real shame. So it may have affected it looks like it's affected our quince and even some of our apple trees, sadly. Lots of people are saying the same. And we've also had a bit of a mysterious no fruit apricot and peach year. And we think it's probably because we've put some doors on the Polytunnel and that's stopped any kind of pollination. And because they blossom so early, we would normally use self-pollination techniques, but we think perhaps those techniques aren't working, and actually was only working through the insects getting into the tunnel previously. So whenever we have a year when we don't get much fruit from a tree, we console ourselves with other successes in the garden. And so we've had lots of other things that have done really well this year, but also we tend to think that if it's had a bad year one year, then it'll have a really good year in future years. So I'm going to finish off my red currants now, and then I'm just going to head down to the raspberries to finish, because I believe there are a few raspberry fruits ripening there. So thank you ever so much for listening, and I hope you've enjoyed hearing some of the sounds of the garden this morning and thinking about some of the yummy UK fruits that we can enjoy at this time of year. I'll leave you, as always, with the sounds of the birdsong. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.